All right, it's that time again where your supposed favourite protagonist giving you a little update from the ground, as so to speak. So on the 20th of October 2020, this conglomerate of states and intelligence agencies who are running this global social engineering and intelligence operation and using this situation that they themselves are always creating as the pretext for the program, they staged and announced that I was going to be beaten up at boxing on the 20th. I was going to be smashed, and they made a whole forecast of how this was going to happen. I have also made a video about this previously. You know as well as I do that this didn't happen despite their plans, despite their attempts, despite everything that they had set in motion, illegally I might add, and through the use of the program's real-time synthetic telepathy communication system, which was being used here in Denmark by the Danish state and its intelligence agency, PET, coordinating and planning this smashing of me in boxing, which was supposed to be done by my trainer. So that didn't happen, as I just said. So the next week they carried on, because obviously they weren't too happy with me not being smashed as they had planned, and me being able to defend myself very effectively despite not winning the fight. So on the 27th, which was the following week, they continued this kind of methodology by planning and staging a pretext that was supposed to lead to a situation that could be claimed that I had done something untoward towards my fellow training partners at the gym. And this has to be noted. The majority of the people who are there, not very many people by the way, most people who are there are much younger than me. They're in their teens. So we met up 5 guys, and the only one at my age quickly left after speaking with the trainer and hearing that he wouldn't be there. And instead of everyone going home, so that's 4 of us, instead of us all going home, I stood for the training. So I trained these younger guys in boxing. We did some techniques and we did some sparring, and it was a good little everything in consideration. It was a good training, and everybody at the time enjoyed it. Enjoyed my training, enjoyed the techniques and sparring that we did. But what the state did was use this event, me training these teenagers, as a method, or as a pretext to claim that I had done something untoward. And to my best of my knowledge, they have claimed that I had looked at one of these or more of these young guys and are untoward and insinuating in a sexual way. And because obviously I haven't done anything physically, I haven't said or done anything whatsoever, so they are using their technological capabilities, one of which is this synthetic telepathy communication system, and they're using the fact that they have implanted me illegal with microchips and are able to censor my thoughts and my intentions. So they are using that they have this technological capability in place to claim all the things that they are saying to the public that I'm supposedly thinking, or I'm supposedly looking at, or I'm supposedly have as an intention towards these guys that I was training. And that was the entire pretext, to claim that I had done something that was akin to committing some kind of sex crime, while nothing had remotely happened. And this is the kind of way that they have, for the longest of time, also previously, every time I went to the shop and this girl who's behind the desk where I get my packages, they also did the same kind of stunt to her, and they have also done it to others previously. So it's the same methodology being used now in a connection with my boxing training. And so they spun this story and they broadcasted it all over the world, and they were just hoping that I wouldn't go training the following Sunday, which was on the, what would that be, on the 30th of October. They had hoped that I wouldn't go to training because that was some kind of proof that what they were claiming about me was going to be true if I didn't meet up to the training. So you know as well as I do that they did everything to stop me from going training. I mean, they slept deprived me for 2 days straight. They gave me, 1 hour before going to the gym, they gave me all kinds of stomach problems. So I had to run to the toilet every 5 minutes from the hour before training till I went to training. So I mean, they did everything and gave me all kinds of nerves and ill feelings. When you're being irradiated, they can affect you in all kinds of weird ways. And I mean, they were trying everything to stop me from going training. And of course, I went to training because it was kind of obvious what they were trying to do, and I wasn't going to stand for it. And instead of the trainer, instead of talking about what the government had been claiming for in this entire period of time, then they kind of told me off for allowing the others to do sparring, while nothing had happened and everything were under the training. When I was there, everyone was happy with the training. So you see, they claim one thing and it's sex crime, and when it comes to it, oh, now they are not allowed to do sparring, even though it's only light, when the trainer is not there. So you see, there's kind of a huge discrepancy between those two things. So I have also done a video about this whole situation in Danish, and the whole Western establishment. I mean, I'm amazed of how many people who have a vested interest in helping this conglomerate of states and intelligence agencies spread their propaganda to the world's population, especially the Western world. And so they have just been running these PSYOPS and discrediting and ridicule campaigns against me ever since, and it's just phenomenal. And they are, of course, they are attacking my gut system like you couldn't believe. And I'm trying to get an appointment with the doctor for my gut problems, and the doctor would hardly, they wouldn't even pick up the phone. In a matter of fact, I had to wait like 15 minutes before they would actually pick up the phone to take my appointment, and I had to wait nearly a month to get an appointment. And they were trying, through my conversation with my doctor, trying everything for me not to get my appointment. So there is a whole the whole system, the whole government and huge swath of the population here in Denmark, they are really out to defeat me and out to get me, and they would do everything humanly possible to stop me, or to set me up, or to run me off the road in their cars or what have you, if I'm, for example, on my motorbike, which there has been other examples of. And not only that, the Danish broadcasting services, Denmark's radio, they are making PSYOPS, or they're continuing the PSYOPS being run or being broadcasted over the program's communication systems. They are regurgitating these PSYOPS and continuing them all day long. So they are coming after me on every front, and they are using the causes that they themselves are creating, for example, giving me all kinds of indigestion and gut problems, and they are literally running ridicule campaigns on the FM stations about these problems that they themselves are causing me. So they are, for an analogy, if I break someone's leg and then afterwards I pick on them for not being able to walk properly, and not only that, I also hinder them from doing anything about it, or speaking out about what I have just done to them, and using that to ridicule them. That is exactly what this conglomerate of governments and intelligence agencies are doing to me, Stephen Bell, on a daily basis, while at the same time claiming I'm completely useless and not able to tie my own shoelaces or count to 3, and literally claiming me to to be some kind of a invalid who doesn't know anything or doesn't know up from down, while all of these years you have seen this conglomerate coming after me with everything they almost got, at least as it relates to soft power, and I'm still here today and will also be here in the next year. So I expect they're going to continue their persecution against me in 2023, despite the programs supposed to be ending here at the end of 2022, which obviously is not going to happen.